All right, welcome back, Amazings. We are here again for our weekly WandaVision discussion, and we're going to hop right in. Let's just waste no time, guys. This episode was, I'm just throwing the ball to y'all. Y'all can just go ahead and rip this thing.
Well, I thought the episode was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's leading to what we were talking about, because what we had mentioned the other week, it looks like some of us said, oh, they're going to have to team up against Wanda. I'm like, no, Wanda and them are going to team up against somebody else. And it seems like it's pointing in that direction with Wanda. Photon got her powers. Spectrum's using her powers now. I don't know which one they're going to call it in this.
Yeah.
And Vision, I think they're going to have to team up to take down Agatha Haggard was her name?
Agatha Harkness.
And the funny thing about Agatha Harkness is she is, in one of the comic book runs, she was Wanda's mentor. And she actually, after Wanda lost the kids because Mephisto took them back, Agatha Harkness, what's her name?
Harkness, yeah.
Harkness.
Yeah.
She helped Wanda forget that she even had kids, so she kind of helped erase that memory that was too painful for from Wanda. But this is they're taking it on a different twist. So it was a lot of bombshells dropped here today.
Yeah. You know, I'm on. All right, so I hate to throw out theories this early, but what if Agatha is not actually a bad guy? And I only started thinking this after watching it a third time. So hear me out. What if her kids were creating like some sort of anomaly that would not have been good? Or, all right, so I got two theories. One is Agatha is evil. Another is maybe she's not. Because like you said in the comics, like she was her mentor. What if she sees what's happening with Wanda and realizing that, she needs to be contained? What if she was like, Wanda needs to be contained, because if she continues in this mental state, she's gonna destroy, the universe. So I don't know, but I do have another theory if Agnes is the bad guy, but I don't know what y'all think about that. Is that possible at all?
Well, first of all, that would make Agatha the bad guy, because if those are Wanda's kids, then for you to snatch her kids because of whatever, that's not her place.
But what if our kids were going to create something that was going to destroy God knows what?
That's a stretch, Justin.
Agatha's absolutely. It was Agatha all along. She killed that puppy too. Agatha's bad. She's a bad girl.
And then she turned to the camera and said, "I killed the dog too."
Right.
Oh yes, she did.
No remorse. I killed the puppy too. Yeah, no, she was bad. She's bad.
Okay, so here's my question then. Since Agatha's the bad guy, okay, we can agree on that. What is her goal? Because I know how we've been saying but I noticed something, because I think, I know we were talking about how the kids in the comics were like shards of Mephisto's soul or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking maybe there's something else to this, because you remember when Wanda's talking to the camera and she says, "I just don't know why I can't fix it." And then the person behind the camera, which we later find out was Agatha, they say, "Do you think maybe you deserve this? You deserve this?" And that got me thinking, is Agatha out for revenge? Has Wanda done something that Agatha will want revenge for?
Potentially.
Possibly. I mean, because they went with that spin in Civil War. You know what I mean? The superheroes fight, people get killed. And we're not even going to talk about Superman, son, so don't even go there. Don't even go there. But it's very possible.
Yeah, but if not, what are your theories? What do you think is going on here? Why is she doing this?
Son, let's hear from you. What's your thoughts?
I think what's going on, Agatha has a bit of power, but she wants to know how Wanda was able to produce this whole this whole fake universe in her own little bubble. Because people can obviously come in and out of this space, like with Photon or Rambo. Rambo is able to come in and out, and apparently the truck couldn't get... Anyway, people can get in and out of there if you have, I guess, a certain amount of willpower or what have you. You can leave whenever you want and then come back. So I think Agatha saw this, heard about it, came in there, and maybe her own abilities got boosted because she's also able to control Wanda. You know, she's mind controlling Wanda at a certain point too. So I think this bubble is just increasing power for people like her, like sorcery. So I think she wants a bit more than she has already.
Fun fact about Agatha, she was part of the original Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
She's pretty old. Agatha's pretty old.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really interesting, Jam, that you said that. Wow. Man, that's got me thinking. Okay, so why take the kids then? Is that like part of her, maybe like her magic experiments, or like trying to dissect them, so to say?
I would think because they're a part of Wanda, they probably have quite a bit of power in them both. Like we saw it in her son already. He's able to like read minds and stuff and feel feelings of people around him. And it's like he could automatically tell that something was wrong with Agatha, or to him, it's great because she doesn't have any voices in her head. She's almost soulless in a way. And so he gravitated to that. And I think Agatha, when she looked at him, she's like, oh, snap, you can tell? Might need to get a little bit of that. So she snatches him.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is crazy. What you thinking over there, Cody?
The one thing that we know is that Agatha's a witch. You know, she's a pretty old witch, and so apparently she's a pretty powerful witch.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I just don't know how they're going to do it this run around because, again, as Jam said before, every time Agatha's around, she's egging things on. She's making things worse. So it does seem like, for whatever reason, she wants to torment Wanda. Even to the part, and we should probably do a video about this, each time Agatha has done something to make matters worse, you know, but it's like she's in Wanda's perfect bubble. She's making all of these things go wrong. And it seems and that's directly to affect Wanda. And the question would be why? That would be the question. Why does she want to affect Wanda in this way? Now, it could be something as simple as Wanda killed a family member, but maybe it's deeper than that. Again, maybe we go into the whole nightmare aspect of it. You know, maybe Agatha's working for, since she is an ancient witch, she could be working on the darker side of things and working for Mephisto, Nightmare, or somebody along those lines. You know what I mean? And so if you torment somebody with the level of power that Wanda has, maybe it generates more power for whatever being that she's working for. That's a possibility. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, because it's so much like, dang. I was about to say something now, I forgot. I lost my train of thought because there's so much going on in this episode. But, yeah, Agatha's got something. This is what I was going to say. So there's something about the bunny. It's just weird because, like, you know, you saw it when the kids came over. I believe it was Tommy was playing with the bunny, or was it Billy? Which one is the one with the psychic powers?
Billy.
Okay, yeah. Billy was playing with the rabbit, or whatever, and she called him Mr. Scratchy. And from what I understand, she has a son in the comics named Scratch or something like that. But I'm thinking, though, why? Because when she comes down to the basement at the end, she has the bunny in her hand. So what's going on there? Like, this got me thinking, like, is it a source of power? That's the only thing I can think of directly. Like, why would you be holding this rabbit in your hand when you came down to face Wanda? It seemed very sketch.
I could have swore I read somewhere. Now I'm going to have to look it up. I could have swore that Mr. Scratch was another name that they was used for Mephisto.
Oh.
I thought. I'm not 100% sure. Now I've got to look it up because now I'm completely thrown off.
Huh.
Nicholas Scratch is a fictional wizard and supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Okay, so he's somebody completely different.
Mm-hmm. From a different world, too. Different Earth.
Huh. Well, he was still evil.
Yeah.
Why does he have so many rings on this one?
And so you're thinking, so what is it, a possibility that we're not even on the Mephisto or Nightmare Trail and this is this guy Scratch and she scratches Harold and then Scratch looks through the eyes of the bunny to see the chaos that's going on or what have you?
I don't know. Maybe they're mixing characters together,
Possible.
Maybe like you said, this bunny is a portal through which Scratch is operating, or perhaps, and this is a bit crazy, perhaps somehow Scratch has been trapped in the body of this animal, and in order to free him or return him to his human form, she has to go through whatever craziness she's doing now in order to, I guess, conjure Wanda's powers or something like that. Oh, you know what? That were really. Wait a minute. Do you remember in the other episode where the kid said you can bring back the dead, and she was like, "You can do that?" Almost like that's exactly what she's been trying to do.
She was kind of surprised, like you can do that, like she was excited about it or was intrigued, like she can gain something from it.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's interesting. Man, I was a little disappointed though, because I thought Jimmy got sucked into the hex. That would have been hilarious, but he didn't. So we got Darcy in the hex. We got some sword agents in the hex. We got Monica broke through, went into the hex. She got her powers. I was really hoping Darcy was going to end up being some, like, I don't know, they could still do it. I was hoping she was going to get powers or something. She was going to become somebody of importance. I still don't think they're done with her character because she's just really interesting. But
we can't take too much Darcy, bro.
Well,
again, we wanted to get her out of the tent the last time. We can't take too much Darcy, bro.
Why?
It's like, get out of here, Darcy.
What?
She don't know how to act,
Yo, come on. You hate Darcy too, Jan? What's going on over here?
I will keep my Darcy comments to myself because
Uh-oh.
I think she's fine in many ways.
Oh, snap, you're a Darcy fan.
I'm over here like, I can take a little bit more Darcy.
You're trying to give her a superhero outfit?
Yeah.
Son.
I did not even know she was built like that until she got off the last show. I couldn't go with shit.
That second outfit could really be in a whole new world to me.
Oh, crap, yo. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, yo.
Like, I need a whole lot more Darcy. Oh, no, but yeah, that was bad. You know what's cool, though? Because we mentioned Monica a little. When Monica is breaking through the hex, right, after she gets through and she's kind of like trying to fight to keep herself together, there's this line. It's just crazy how self-aware Marvel is. There's this line, this conversation between her mom and her that they're having where basically Monica said, can I come up there? Maybe I can come up there and meet you or something like that. I guess her mom is going into space or something. I don't know. But she says to her, and I don't know if this is from the Captain Marvel movie because I didn't see that movie, but she says, maybe if you learn how to fly like your Aunt Carol. And I was like, oh, snap, that's pretty cool because obviously we know she's getting her powers and she's going to have flight and she's going to basically be like the next Captain Marvel or whatever. So I was like, yeah, that's really cool. That's pretty cool. How do you feel?
What are you thinking that they're going to put her in the next Captain Marvel movie along with Carol Danvers?
Oh, definitely. That's probably definitely going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but
we're going to have to. We're going to have to comment on it now.
See if they pull a Nick Fury and, Carol Danvers just gets phased out for Photon, which I'm 100% for.
Oh, man.
I'm 1,000% for.
Oh, snap.
Bro, I am too. I want to see it, but...
Now, question about... There's this one specific thing. I want to know what you guys think, because I don't know what to think of it. Why couldn't she go through the hex in the truck, but she could go through it physically?
Well, I think, unless... Do you have something, Justin? Because I can go ahead and go.
No, go ahead.
I think because Monica, her body and her DNA is already messed up, and having gone in and out of the portal already, I think it's just easier for her to push through it. The truck had not been inside yet, so because again, when she expanded, maybe she made it a bit more secure when she expanded it the other time when Vision got out. And so maybe Monica's DNA, her physical makeup, was able to get through it, and the truck's wasn't, because the truck had no experience with the barrier when it was a little weaker. That's my thought.
Okay. Yeah. Now, on top of that, so we take that.
Hold on. We ain't hear Justice. Huh?
No, I agree. I think that's it. Okay.
So why, when it was expanding, all of the carnival happened, that stuff didn't get effect, like, it's never been through the hex before, and yet it was just able to seamlessly go through.
Because she was pushing it. She was pushing it in order to grab. But once she got Vision and secure, she was at a secure, okay, I have to have him now. She locked it down. You know what I mean? So she was like overflowing in order to grab everything around. And then once she got everything, she's like, okay, we harden up now, if you will. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
This is me. I saw that. I'm like, that's a little plot hole. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No,
but
yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy because now, so we're looking back at everything. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch the episodes with the idea in mind that it was Agatha all along, because you notice how.
Now I was singing a song, bro.
Was that like a play on the, the Monster Madness theme? I don't think I've ever watched Monster Madness, but it looked the same typography.
I don't know.
Oh, like Addams Family-esque? It seemed like it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. But, because it's like when we were at the scene where Monica is confronting Wanda, Wanda pushes her outside, whatever. Then you see all the citizens standing around. Is there more to this? Are they just under Agatha's control, or are they actually conscious participants in this deception? Because they look really, really sketchy. Like, you had the mailman show up again. We saw Dottie again, and the way they were looking, it's almost like they were ready. Like, oh, you gonna mess it up? We about to, we ready to scrap if we need to. So it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, bro. The mailman is like a blank in my mind. I just remembered him just now. But I'm like, the mailman. But yeah, I remember when Monica was talking to Wanda, and then Agatha comes over to interact with her, and then the mailman sitting there watching and everything.
I got an idea about that. So I know, you guys seen Inception, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So in Inception, when there was the subconscious, like the things that were supposed to protect the subconscious, they physically got violent with the people who were invading that vision, right? So I think what was happening there is because Wanda was so focused on her and she was getting hostile with Photon, then the things around her, because when it's out of sight, out of mind, everything's still. But when she's that close to Wanda and she's sending all that negativity and aggression towards that one person, I don't believe it's far-fetched for everything around in Wanda's trap to get violent too, because they are an extension of Wanda in a sense. So I think that's what was happening there.
Now here's the question for you guys. how much of this is really Wanda?
Yeah.
How much of this is really Wanda? I mean, she made the bubble, sure, and she's been having some control, but is Wanda the one causing the pain and the heaviness and the depression and causing the people to cry and repeat? Like, is all that really Wanda?
No, I don't think it's intentionally her fault for that, but I think it is her all doing that. And I think Agatha is just playing with Wanda's strings rather than everybody else's. Because if Agatha could play with if Agatha's doing it all, she doesn't need Wanda. She'd kill her. Like, why would you need to ask Wanda why she can do all this stuff when it's not her doing it, it's you doing it?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing some mental torture nonsense. But I think Agatha is just influencing Wanda because, like, Wanda was clearly listening to Rambo when she was like, look, you don't have to do this by yourself. She was clearly listening. And the second Agatha shows up, she throws all that out the window. And it's like, yeah, no, you can't take this from me and this, that, and the other. So I think Wanda is control of all of it. She might not be hurting people on purpose, but I mean, she's still doing it, so it's still wrong. And I just think Agatha is mind control, or at least mind influencing Xavier style on Wanda. That's my take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting, man. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how powerful Agatha. I mean, I know she's pretty powerful because we see at the end that she kind of like, her eyes glow, and then it looks like she took control of Wanda's mind. And so I'm wondering, like, is she really that powerful? She's able to like mind control Wanda. That's a bit interesting. And I don't know. But also another thing I was thinking about is that, okay, so, the post-credit scene, we see Quicksilver or whoever, show up, say Snoop is going to Snoop. Okay, so here's my question. Is he still being controlled by Agatha, or is it possible that he's now not under her spell anymore and he's kind of like, because here's the thing, it showed that when it's, during the Agatha All Along, montage, we saw him being controlled by Agatha. So if he's being controlled by Agatha, that means he is some sort of autonomous individual apart from her magic. So what's going on there?
Maybe she really did summon him from an alternate reality and Agatha got to him beforehand, or I don't know. Because, she was talking about her brother in front of Agnes, correct? When she was talking to the kids, she was talking about her brother in front of Agnes.
Yep.
And so maybe Agnes got access to another dimension and pulled him through to present him to his sister. It was Agatha all along,
Yeah. Oh, snaps. This chick summoning people from alternate realms, man. This is crazy. Man, I'm trying crazy. Yeah.
But let's talk about James Man Vision real quick, yo.
Okay.
Because we were talking about last time when Vision was talking to people, he would mind freak them and then mind freak them again, right? Taking part in the problem. You see how for y'all girl Darcy, he undid her mind and kept her free.
I did too. What you mean?
Terrible.
No. But she wasn't freaking out, though. That's the thing. Darcy, for some reason, wasn't freaking out like everybody else was that she untapped or that he had untapped. She was just like, man, that sucked. Let's not do that again. Like, she was clearly stable. So,
because she knew what was going on from the jump. The other people have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Darcy. Like, come on. You ain't gonna, nah. Come on.
Yo, Darcy, got the Darcy Club over here. Dang.
Yeah. What I think Vision will do now, what's possible is that he just kind of frees everybody, everybody's minds. At this point, I mean, I don't see any point in trying to, carry on the show, because at this point it's pretty much over. Like, the show is, I mean, not the show, but like the whole illusion, like, it's been broken now. So it's like, what's the point of keeping these people's minds locked in? So, yeah, I don't know.
She's probably going to have to drop the barrier. Well, if she drops the barrier, Vision goes. So they're probably going to have to deal with Agnes inside of the barrier. Mm-hmm. And then just go from there. And if Wanda can make a barrier that keeps everything alive, can she just create some type of body-shaped field to keep Vision in, so she can drop the barrier and just keep a little thin layer of whatever that was over Vision so he can function?
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I was thinking like, would he be able to interact with the world around him if they aren't also in that barrier,
Yeah. I think so, because he did it with, even when he left, he was still, like, he didn't decompose immediately. He was still able to be heard, and everybody was like, hey, go help him. What are you guys doing? Like, so I think he'd still be able to interact with everybody. It's not like outside of that, he's nothing. He still is a presence, and for some reason, he was still clinging on to life for at least a couple of seconds outside of the bubble. So I think if the thin layer thing works, he'd be all right.
Oh, okay. Let's put a Scarlet Witch suit on him. All right, so there was another scene that kind of caught my attention. When Wanda goes to Agatha's house, she's sitting on the couch and watching the TV. You got this little kid show on and say, jump, jump. They intentionally zoomed in on two of the characters. One of them was a Cyclops, a one-eyed creature.
Oh, Yo Gabba Gabba.
Huh?
That was Yo Gabba Gabba. It was, I think the Cyclops name was Runo, and I forget the green one. The green one with the big arms.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name, but that's an actual show that I watched when I was a kid.
Oh, snaps. Do you think there was something to that? Because they intentionally zoomed in on the Cyclops creature and the blue wolf-looking creature.
I mean, the only thing, this is a stretch now. This is a stretch.
Uh-oh.
But the red one, can represent Billy, and the blue one could represent Tommy, because they're supposed to be they're supposed to be Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in a sense. So when you're hearing the words jump and they were jumping, it's almost like a nod to, because in Yo Gabba Gabba, those things are like Play-Doh made, and then they're given life by the big black producer guy. I forget his name, but there's this guy over like a mini set of Play-Doh figures, and then he goes, Yo Gabba Gabba, and they all get life.
Sing the song, son.
Huh?
Sing the song.
Nah, I'm good. They all get life, and they start animating, and whatever he tells them to do, they do it. So that could be a nod to Agatha controlling those kids. Almost like, hey, I gave you life, do what I tell you to do. Stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I'm about to pull a Justin here, and I'm going to go out on a plank all by myself. All right? We ready? Buckle in.
All right, I'm ready.
Could it be a nod to the X-Men?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cyclops, the one-eyed creature, and then the blue one for Beast.
Maybe Beast. Yeah, I was wondering, why that blue creature? What is that? That could be Beast.
What do you think, son?
That could be it. Or I'm about to go even further on the plank.
What?
The Marvel Universe is all controlled by the big black guy of Yo Gabba Gabba.
You are. I quit, yo.
Yo.
Gone.
Man, that's an interesting take. That's a good one.
Yo. Wow. Yo. Let me make sure it's nothing we missed, because I know there was so much going on.
Oh, there is one more thing. The commercial. The commercial's important.
Oh, yeah.
The Nexus commercial?
Yeah.
The Nexus.
Talk to us, son.
Nexus is important, more specifically, because Nexus is a cosmic group, entity-wise, that go around. they're almost like monitors of the multiverses, and they specifically deal with like psychic stuff, witchcraft, hexes, and all that kind of stuff. So I think, and they also deal with like, multi-dimensional things. So if Agatha's pulling Quicksilver from multiple dimensions, and then you got this big hex that's just getting bigger and bigger, and things that aren't supposed to happen are happening. I understand that commercial being Nexus looking specifically at this one world and being like, hold up, what's going on here?
I did not know that. I did not know Nexus was a thing in the comics.
Yep, they are a group.
Do you have any of the members of the group?
Hold on, I can.
Like, would it be anybody that's familiar or somebody that we might run into in the future?
Hold on. I didn't recognize any names. Perhaps you will.
Huh. Okay. You know what's interesting?
What's that?
There's also something in the comics called Nexus of All Realities, which is a cross-dimensional gateway which provides a pathway to any and all possible realities, which makes perfect sense, too.
Yeah, it does.
It's crazy. Multiverse of madness.
So are we settled thinking that that's the real Quicksilver?
He's a real something. I guess we're going to find out.
And where has he been? I mean, since the night before when he got slapped into the stand over there because he was talking about Vision, you didn't see him until the end of the next episode. Sometime the next day or something. Yeah. Because remember when she started under the cover, she was still in her Scarlet Witch outfit.
Yeah. Man, if that's him and he's no longer under the spell, that would be really interesting. I mean, either way, it's probably still going to turn out pretty cool, but I don't know.
You got that list, son?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any actual names or members. It's just they're just a group, just a Nexus group.
Okay, so they can pretty much use anybody just to fill in the blanks.
As like, for all we know, freaking Doctor Strange could be part of the Nexus. Yeah, apparently.
I wouldn't doubt it.
If he's strong enough.
I would imagine he would be.
Yeah. And specifically, they deal with psychomancy, sorcery, geomancy, necromancy, and hex power.
That sounds like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange. I got to answer this. Keep going.
So yeah, I think we're going to see quite a few Nexus members, and if not in WandaVision, which I doubt, in Phase 2 for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. Got the whole Nexus. All right, so we covered that. Okay, so apparently there is a character, apparently from what I'm thinking. You remember back at the circus scene where basically the guy who's running the whole circus, he has on this blue costume and he has this golden S on his belt. And that looked very familiar from something in Marvel, something from the comics, but I cannot recall it. He had like this really iconic looking S.
Yeah, the guy in the blue leotard? Hold on.
Yeah, in the blue leotard, him.
He did look familiar.
We're talking about Sentry? Are we talking about Sentry now?
Maybe that's it. Go look at the thing on what you can pull up. Look at the S on his belt. Does that look like Sentry? Or maybe like a callback to Sentry?
Can you share your screen?
Well, it's on my computer.
Jim, Can you share your screen? If it's too much to figure it out, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I gotta find the picture of the guy though in the episode.
So we talking about from last episode? Episode 6 or 7?
The episode we just watched. The guy that was in the circus with that S in the blue, the main guy who tried to stop Vision from taking his truck.
Yeah.
The one who got slapped by Darcy?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're just going to be waiting for that next episode to drop.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, all right, all you peoples, all you amazings, we're going to ask you to let us know your thoughts on this episode. What did we miss? What did you see that we didn't mention? Let us know. What are you expecting next episode? And what is going on with our boy Pietro? Is it really him? Is it not? What's Agatha's agenda? So let us know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, y'all got any other thoughts?
Until the next time, be amazing.
Seriously amazing.